my Love Island Australia fans. Yes, we're back with another video, back with another recap. And yes, this particular episode, we got a new couple who get off on the wrong foot. We actually have a girlfriend proposal as well. And we got one final couple headed to the Hideaway. Welcome back to Romance Review TV. It's Lady T. I got another recap for you guys. Love Island Australia 2023 Season 5, Episode 23. And without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in this villa. So, emotions are running on high in this Love Island villa. Zach is still sobbing over Trent's departure, and even after Nakia was spared from being dumped, she is fuming that her ex Andy and his new girlfriend Harmony voted to kick her out. But aside from Nakia's rage, there are other more pleasant emotions circulating the villa. Zach is feeling the love as he asks Lucinda a very important question, and Nate and Georgia are feeling the lust as they enter the Hideaway. So first, look like our newest couple, Harmony and Andy, get off on the wrong foot. Now there seems to be a lot of gossip about how exactly Andy and Harmony came to the decision to vote off Nakia. Now Harmony is the first to wipe her hands clean, saying it wasn't my decision, while Andy says Harmony made it very, very clear that she would rather have Nakia gone. Now these two contradicting stories make their way around the villa, and everything comes to a head when Andy overhears Nakia and Harmony talking about what really happened. Andy is yelling from down below because they were on the balcony, "Should I just come up and answer questions for everybody?" Now we see a side of Andy we've never seen before as he hollers, "Do we just want to keep effing talking, or do we just want to ask somebody the effing question? Don't talk behind my back, speak to my face. It's just that simple." Now when Andy finds out Harmony has pointed the finger solely at him for voting Nakia out, he calls it the biggest stitch up that he's ever been involved in. Now Andy is mad and sits down with both Nakia and Harmony to get to the bottom of it all. But do they? They don't. Nakia sums up what we were all feeling when she says, "I just feel like we're going round and around in circles, and I'm getting further and further away from the answer. I just wish I had my own copy of these tapes," according to Nakia. And, of course, this is film, so luckily we do. In my opinion, it is a very precarious situation to be in. How do you vote to keep the ex when you coupled up with somebody new? He was in a lose-lose situation. And the interesting thing is that either he could have stayed quiet and just let them gossip around his back, but at the same time, you're talking about one of the oldest islanders in the villa. I think he wanted a little bit more conversation. And otherwise, what we got is three different stories coming to a head. However, the other situation is if he had reacted, yeah, we know the fan base would come for him, and at the same time, the girls would have definitely teamed up. The boys could care less in the villa, so at this point, I don't think it's going to go anywhere, not only now that he's broken up with Nakia, but look like Harmony might be side-eyeing him too. But you know what? We can make up our own minds about who was telling the truth by watching the episode once again. So now on a lighter note, it is a big night for Zach as he decided to ask Lucinda to officially be his girlfriend. And of course, in Love Island style, the only way to ask these kind of questions is to do it with a big, grand, romantic gesture. Now, Zach, he said that the plan was quite simple, but the plan is not fact simple. It involves Zach recreating an iconic cue card scene from the film Love Actually. Now, Zach also needs the help of Kale, Reed, and Nate to pull it off. The moment arrives, right on cue, Kale steals Zach away from Lucinda. While Zach and Kale do some behind-the-scenes work, Reed distracts Lucinda from the magic show. Clint says Reed's magic tricks suck, but it doesn't matter because Lucinda is completely mesmerized. He directs Lucinda over to the balcony where Zach is waiting with a special written message. After a few tears, Lucinda, of course, says yes to being Zach's girlfriend, just just like that, we have our first official Islander couple. As romance is still in the air, Nate and Georgia get their steamy time in the Hideaway. Now, after taking out the first prize in the Bubbly Games Challenge earlier that day, Nate and Georgia are gifted with a night alone in the Hideaway. And surprisingly, it is not just them that's excited to have a night of privacy. I think we all are excited, especially for Nate. Savannah even joked about it by saying, I feel like those two are getting it on in the bedroom. Anyway, it'll be really nice for them to do it in a space where there's nobody but them. Georgia is pretty excited herself and says it's really going to be like the first taste of what the real world is going to be like. Nate and Georgia open the door to a plush mattress, cocktail, and delectable cheese platter. The couple get to having some conversation. Georgia begins by saying, I am so happy to be with you. I feel like I came here for this, and I feel like I am lucky that I found it. And as you can imagine, this is where the talking ends. We get a little bit of romance and some loving with these two. I guess we'll have to wait till the next episode and see Nate and Georgia the next morning. And I gotta say, it looks like Nate finally found his girl. I know we were concerned about Nate and whether he was getting a raw deal in this villa. Well, it looks like he found his Georgia. Okay, so let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. What do you think about this whole situation between Harmony, Andy, and Nakia? And then what about our newest official couple in the villa, Zach and Lucinda? And then Nate and Georgia in the Hideaway. Let me know your thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed this recap. Stay tuned for other recaps and updates on this channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.